Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hudson with SPS back in the building at the historic Aztec High School downtown Detroit for the final day of Sound Mind, Sound Body. Here with one of the college coaches, Coach Syljebeck.
Very good.
Very good. Yeah, I get the prize. When I put the name up on the screen, you'll understand why. But Coach Sue has been a great beacon today. You spoke to the athletes. You were taking them through the drills. You had one of your great players right here doing some great things representing. Tell me what Sound Mind, Sound Body meant to you and why it was important for Siena Heights to be here.
You know, we had a chance. Coach Watkins called up and asked if we could, if Siena Heights would be interested in any time that we can give back to young people. So I wasn't real sure what it was about until, I hadn't heard of it. Our baseball coach, John Klasinski, came down and did it for the baseball side of it. So we started talking a little bit, but, just what I saw on the day, I was very impressed, and what that saying means to me, which I saw with my own eyes, is, what today's athletes are going through, today's kids, really, today's people. There's so much going on that, they have to be physically healthy and mentally healthy. For so long, we've forgotten that mental part, I believe. Right. And I think I'm glad now people, I don't want to say empower, but people well known now are speaking about it, so we don't have to hide it and pretend it's not happening.
That's right. It's so funny that when you were presenting, and the coaches that I've talked to, the high school coaches, they just reiterated everything you said. So what do you think it means when a college coach, college athletic director as well, comes and speaks? How much of a positive influence does that have on a high school program when you share your comments?
I hope it, I hope it means something, as you and I are getting away from that age and that generation. Mm-hmm. They hear us a little bit, and we might say things the same way, but that's why I brought Anaya Powell.
Who's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, a young lady from Grand Rapids will be our point guard for us. Will be a point guard for us this year, and because she's just closer to their age, and so it sinks in just a little bit, as much as we can say. But I felt it's important every time I have a chance to have an opportunity to speak to people, because I am a female, I am a woman, and in a men's world, if you will, in athletic direction, there's very few women that are doing it, and in coaching as well. And so if these young ladies can see somebody that looks like them, maybe not my skin color, but at least as the female gender, then maybe they think that they can do that as well.
That goes a long way.
Trying to push that through.
Yeah. And lastly, it's probably a broader question that we need more time for, but what do you see as the future of women's basketball in 2021 going forward?
I'm hoping that, unfortunately, we all move as NCAA moves, right? And I don't say unfortunately, meaning that we're not at that level of Division I, but, we follow them, and they're the lead horse, if you will. And I'm thinking a lot surrounded the Final Four this past year. Mm-hmm. When I forget how you say it, Sabrina Lanowsku, or what, the young lady from Oregon posted the picture of the weight room. And then they forced them to do some research and studies to see how it is. So I'm hoping that it's going to get some more attention. I think we've been climbing every year, but now that it's going to force the major player of the NCAA to really ante up, I think. Right. And then it will hopefully force every other organization to do so.
Rising tide lifts all boats. Before we get out here, final thing, I do remember your comments in your presentation were great, by the way, and you said not only do you want a student athlete to be proactive, but you want them to want to be at Siena Heights. Talk about what a great opportunity it would be for someone to come be an student athlete at Siena Heights.
Yeah, I think we're in a great place. We're an hour and a half, hour 15 from Detroit. It's a little different, but that's what college is for. Experience something different. Spread your.
Yeah, you don't go to college around the block.
Yeah, I mean you can, but it's also if you have an opportunity to do so. We have over 22 sports at Siena Heights University. Just recently we've added men's wrestling, but football, obviously basketball, baseball, softball. So we're a great institution, a great liberal arts institution that plays in the NAIA and the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. And so it's a tough league, it's a tough conference, and our school is great. I mean, I came up from Nicholls State, Louisiana, 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not from
Just a few years ago.
And I didn't want to leave it because of that Southern hospitality. There's something special about that. And I grew up in the North, so I knew what it was like. But when I came to Siena, they were just so caring and reached out to you and really took care of their people. And I know everybody can say that, but until you really see it, you know, you're like, okay, but it does happen at Siena, and that's what I think is special about Siena Heights.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I appreciate having Coach Sue here. Thank you for what you did. I know you had an impact on these young ladies with your presentation as well as the student athletes you brought with you. So with that, thank you for supporting. All the best of luck, and it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate
all right.
it. Thanks
See you
so
guys
much.
next time. Bye bye.